Alright, GeorgeF551, and we're doing a update on the Paul Salvatelli Stadium, or Real Tough City as a whole. Again, when I get enough done, this will be something shared. Anyway, we're going to do a full status update. As we can see here, I pretty much completed this building. I'll show it to you anyway. Door now has doors on. I think I actually had doors on them before. And here's one apartment. Remember, these are studios, so they're small single rooms. And eventually this one will have access to the basement. And well, due to sloppy design, these are a little smaller. I hit the wrong button there. Here's a really small one. And there we go there. And over here, another small one. It's all completed. Well, structurally it's completed. Ultimately, these will have beds. I am trying to record this again with screen capture software, this time in its native resolution, Minecraft's that is. So hopefully things will go better. I did not make the jump. And you might remember there was a tiny segment of Cobblestone Road here, which does kind of lead to a story of that vast land of nothingness, which used to be little hills and trees at one point. So what I did, when I ran out of dirt because I had so much land backfilling to do, I started creating the city itself. And this is the Cobblestone Road. Ultimately, I'll smooth this out a little bit. What I'll do is I'll put stairs here so you don't have to jump anywhere where there's a change in elevation. And you can see I took out this giant section so I could get some dirt for backfilling the stadium. And for those of you not aware of Minecraft, here's a square sheet for you. And this is about as far as I got here till I had enough dirt to continue the project for some point in time. Anyway, this is something that will be doing as well as the stadium at the same time. Anything I mine on this side of the planet will go towards the city, and everything on that side will go towards the stadium currently. I noticed some lag. I'm probably going to have some the video is probably going to go way out of sync again. So I still have this house here, which will go away at some point, and I still have this giant dirt scaffolding vantage point, which I will show you what we have going here. If you remember, well actually, you won't remember, although you can see it on the left. There was actually not enough island where you could only go as, oops, too far. You could only go as far as the 40-yard line on this side and the 25 on the other. So there's a lot of landfill, which is why the city is part of the project. I mean, it always was. Now this time, let's not go over. There we go. Here it is, and as you can see, I'll aim like this so you can see the field better. There are numbers on it. And like I said, on this side, there was only enough island to get to the 40-yard line, the first 40-yard line from the goal, and on side opposite, the 20. In other words, it only went this far here, and it only went about that far here. Everything else you see out there is landfill. Some of it here, some of it over there, and a piece being built in the back. Now, I showed you before right there. I don't know if everything's in sync or not, but I'm pointing towards the mine. That goes towards the city for the most part. And there's a secondary mine over there, which takes care of the stadium. I've also been given a tip because apparently most people, when they play this game in our building, they put it on no monsters. There was a setting called peaceful that I totally forgot about, and I've got it on there, so there's no monsters. Amazing how much progress we can do. This mine is, for now, solely for the stadium. And let's go show you the stadium. I built a tiny fragment of it already. This dirt was just to cover things, because I was still playing with the monsters at one point. This will be locker rooms and showers when I get done, but right now, it's storage, crafting, and a whole bunch of kilns, 8 to be exact. And in these chests, we got nothing in that one. On this one, we got tons of sand blocks, because when you put those in the oven, they turn to glass. We're going to need a lot of glass. And this small one, the other small one will be filled with cobblestone as well. You fire those in the kiln, they turn into solid rock just like this. That's that. And I did shave 1 cube off the width of the field, which makes it slightly narrow, but the problem was that the width was even, meaning that when I put in the goal post, it's going to be off-center, and it'll just look bad. There's no win here, so the entrances to the locker rooms are going to be a little off to the side. And again, we got the numbers. Here's the goal line. In the last video I showed you when there was just this and maybe the 5-yard line completed. And here's the 10, the 20, and like I said, right here, this is where the actual island stopped. Everything else you see is landfill that I used from land that I dug out here and creating the city way back there. And again, the original island only went this far, right here on this side. So, yep, all of this is landfill. Now, I did cheat a little bit. There is a little factoid that structural cubes, which does include sand, they can actually float in air, but I didn't really get that cheesy. What I did was I went 2 cubes deep so I can dig out the lines and not flood things. You can see I got a partial landfill here. I mean, some of it's natural. I'll show you what I did. See, it's only 2 cubes deep, and just to make it a little more realistic when people explore, you can see that there's these fake pillars holding everything up. Yeah, just to give it a little legitimacy. Kind of like if it were on a pier-like structure. And again, all of this is going to be for the stadium. I might even have to remove a good chunk of that hill to fit the stadium when I get to that point. So, there you have it. That's the update on what is being called the Paul Salvatelli Stadium, or Salvatelli Stadium. To the best of my knowledge, I think he's okay with it. If not, it's just a working title at this time. This is George F551 saying, I hope you enjoyed it, and I pray that there weren't any blackouts and synchronization issues, although I highly doubt it. Goodbye.